Hello everyone, it is Pat with Angel Divination with our daily oracle card reading and message for actually the weekend of February 11th and 12th. Gosh, it's the weekend already, and I gotta love weekends. Gotta love weekends. I want to call your attention to the dates before we get started on today's reading. It's 2/11/12 and 2/12/12. So the ones and twos always have to do with, well, we know that the ones are about really kind of having an awareness of your thoughts and making sure that they stay focused on what you desire, what you want to have in your life, okay? Because the 111 is like the universe taking a snapshot of your thoughts and manifesting it really rapidly. And the twos are about having faith that those thoughts are sprouting seeds for you. And don't quit before the miracle occurs. It's growing. It's taking root. So, remember that you don't have to be a policeman about your thoughts, but have an awareness, a gentle awareness of what's going on with them, so that you can kind of catch yourself if you find yourself maybe in a negative spiral or something, and just press the pause button on the negative thinking. Pressing the pause button on negative thinking, it doesn't mean that you gloss over, things that need to be addressed. It doesn't mean you gloss over problems. It just means that you don't allow yourself to be dragged down into the mire of really, bitterness, resentment, and just what I call spiraling downward into a really negative place. That's all. And, shift it to think about, well, what would I want? What would I ideally like to have? So let's see how the fairies are helping us this weekend. Of course, I'm calling on the magical messages from the fairies. This is my favorite fairy deck because Saturday is fairy day. It's the day to relax and play. And let's see what their message is for us. Fairies, what would you wish us to know? This card spilled out. It says, get some exercise. It says, as your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. And, this exercise can take on any form, from gentle yoga to walking to something really, cardiovascular and muscle building. But I feel like the message with this is really just, our body is our instrument. It is, for those of us who are developing our intuitive abilities, your body is your best psychic intuitive instrument. And so it's important to keep it well tuned, to keep the blood flowing. And it's just, we know, we don't even have to go into the numerous benefits of exercise for your personal health. But I often find too that if I've been sitting or indoors too long, if I feel a little stuck, my angels will tell me, get outside, get some fresh air, get moving to refresh yourself. And it always works. We really need to get outside, get the blood moving, and things like that. And for some of you out there, I'm just hearing it's time to exercise. Like if you've been recovering from maybe a surgery or an illness of some kind, where you've been wiped out, and that's understandable that you would need to rest a lot for that. What I feel like this is saying is that it is time now to get moving a little bit, and even if it's just a walk down the hallway or a little bit of stretching, it's time to get your body moving again, because that will get your blood flow going, which will help things to heal faster. Okay, and so it's a gentle reminder from the fairies today. Get out and ideally outdoors. There's I think that's not a lily, it's an orchid of some kind in the picture, and there's clouds. So even if it's overcast, get outside, get the fresh air if you can. And so it may be a confirmation of something you already know, and maybe even something you've already done for today, which is fine. But there's just stressing the importance of that today, because it's maybe it's been a long week for you, and maybe a very stressful week. I know we've had an energy shift coming through this week, and a lot of us who are readers here on YouTube have really felt it. And it's been I know it's been stressful for me. It's been very up and down. in terms of my emotions. And exercise is really the best antidote for that. And I've been using it all week. I've often had to get outside in the fresh air and walk out your stress. However it is that you, and I also feel like part of the message is to keep it something that's fun for you. There's a lot of people who really don't like exercise, and so in that instance, it needs to be something that's fun for you. Maybe it's a dance class, maybe it's, sometimes if people are going outside to do their exercise, it's a little bit more appealing because you have the beauty of the outdoors to satisfy you, and it gives you time to think. So just some things to consider with that. All right, let's move on. And of course we have I always like to tune in on the weekend for the Earth Magic Oracle cards to see what their message is. Our message from Mother Earth here. Ooh, all right. The card that fell out of the deck, jumped out, is Volcano with Volatility. So I do feel like this speaks to some volcano activity on the Earth itself. There has been more of these going off, and they're going off in some, things that have been dormant for a long time. It's going off in areas that have been dormant for a long time. And so, it's just to have an awareness about it. I don't feel like it's, a huge alarm. But as far as us personally, okay, as we know, Earth energies do affect our personal energy. So, as the Earth is kind of having these eruptions, we may find that we personally have things that are situations that just really piss us off, make us react, and we react with volatility. We react with anger or lashing out, or it may be that we even see people in the news who have done this. Okay, so which makes perfect sense now why the fairies may have said exercise, because when you are angry, exercise is one of the best ways to get that stress out. Do something really cardiovascular that gets your frustrations out. So just be aware that you might have some of that hostility, volatility. Doesn't mean it's bad or wrong. It's just, I think it really is just stuff working itself out. I mentioned a moment ago that there's a big shift going on. There's a lot of light coming in, and has been explained before by, of course, Doreen Virtue, who we all watch, that really shines the light on the darkness. Okay, and it where light is, darkness can't hide. So it really comes up into our awareness. All right. And so it's just an awareness that may be coming up. Okay. And take the steps you need to cope and deal with that. If it's your own personal anger that's coming up, or, if you see it in earth changes, if you're around or near one, maybe have your go bag ready. Or, if you just be aware that you might see that going on in people. And, so call Archangel Michael to be around you for some additional protection against lower energies, and to have him help you deal with your own. All right? So that's the message with the Earth Magic cards. Be aware of volatility coming up. And lastly, I know I've been doing the Romance Angels cards. It said, let's see, I know what the Romance Angels want to say to us, these lovely, and I am still doing the free teleclass on Monday the 13th on the Romance Angels, where I'll be doing random audience readings and doing a couple raffles for the card deck, etc., etc. So let's see what the Romance Angel card has for us today. What do they wish us to know? Aha, okay. Reconciliation says someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, so there's, in addition to volatility and anger, which may be a fight that erupts between you and someone, the Romance Angels are letting us know that there's also some reconciliation, or some healing and repair that will be taking place with it. And it says someone from your past is returning to your life. It just could be a past relationship, someone that you still have a connection with, but maybe there's been an issue there. And be open to allowing it to heal. And it isn't having trouble getting these. It isn't unusual that sometimes when you do have a fight with someone where a lot of your anger comes out, it does pave the way for our real feelings to be aired out and shared, and that often once those get out, it does lead to a reconciliation, a recommunication, and a better understanding of how you need to move forward. So just know that moving forward, and trust in the process is what I get about it too. Trust in the process. And I feel like the fairies with that, get some exercise, really has to do with helping you to deal with your feelings, okay? And to open the way to being more aware of them, okay? So that is our message for this weekend. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Thank you so much for joining me for these readings. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Take care, everyone.